If you suddenly had fuck you money, what would be the first thing you did? From r/AskReddit. Part 1. Retire my immediate family. I'd order Domino's without optimizing the order to fit one of the deals. Disappear. I'd retire my dad, 46M, immediately. After my mom left when I was 13, 25M now, he stepped up to be in the role of both parents to us 3 kids, and we bust pretty hard for a few years until I was able to start working to help out, even though he said I never had to. I haven't seen my mom since I was 17. Both my younger sisters and I are eternally grateful for this man. He taught me everything I needed to know to grow up and be the man I'm now today. So, I'd return that favor. I'd buy him a house with a big *SS garage and workspace so he could work on his classic cars and trucks all he wants. I'm in that mindset now. I'm working to not only have a successful life right now but to take care of my own family and him. Quit my job. It's not that it's a bad job, I actually do like it. But I don't have time for it. I would rather live my life and go on adventures. So many things to see and experience in this world and life. Smiley face. I'd buy the first 3 rows of a Ja Rule concert to keep them empty. Get a permanent personal chef, so that I can eat delicious food all the time. And in a relatively healthy way. Quit my job. I'm at the point I may do it anyway, honestly. I'd look up that thread where a finance lawyer outlines exactly what I should do. There was a step-by-step guide for putting X amount in trusts, buying property, and how to set yourself up to not ruin yourself, as many have with lottery winnings. Step 1. Tell no one. Edit. Wow. So, this is the comment that blew up, huh? LOL. Thanks for updates and silver. Here's the link to the one I read, but it looks like a few different guides are linked in the comments. #UTM_CSS #UTM_UTM_name =UTM_UTM_UTM_UTM_UTM_content =1%UTM_context=1%UTM_context=1%UTM_content=1%. Also, I fixed the bracket. Thanks for the generosity. I'd get dental implants so I wasn't in constant pain / didn't look like I started every day with a hearty breakfast of crack. Edit. The feel compelled to say that I've never smoked crack or meth in my life. I did all my damage with cigarettes, sugar, and good old-fashioned neglect. I didn't brush my teeth nearly enough, often going days or weeks between brushing. Yes, depression. I didn't feel like there was a point, and now I'm at what I consider to be a catastrophic level of damage. I haven't actually felt any tooth pain in a very long time, unless you count poking my tongue or cheek with a jagged bit once in a while. I had 2 initial quotes from dentists, one for $15,000 and another for $17,000. Both came with the caveat that they'd likely cost more because of an unknown number of extract ions that'd require surgical removal. Dental tourism isn't really an option. I'd be looking at multiple procedures requiring recovery and return trips that I'd rather not make internationally alone, and require being put under for surgery. I'd rather not go that route. I live paycheck to paycheck, and not well. I bring home about $2,800 a month, and finances not covered by my medical insurance, and even those TBH, in the scales of thousands of dollars, are a fanciful dream not even worth thinking about for me. Yes. America. If you read nothing else in the post, brush your **ing teeth. Buy a house in the mountains and start a farm. I just want peace. I've been stuck in fight or flight mode most of my life. I'd pay off my student loans and then with the last $20 bucks I'd buy a cheap dinner. I'd buy the company I work for, burn it down and collect the insurance money and build a public restroom in its place. I would *CKU. Not go visit the Titanic. I would buy all the pieces of property along the nearby coast and hillsides that developers have been trying to build on for years. And make it all open space for the public and get some sort of clause that it can never be built on for hundreds of years of something. If we're talking extreme *CKU money, like $1B plus or so, I'd turn into a creature of philanthropic chaos. Imagine gifting $1 million to everyone you work with, anonymously, and arranged so that the taxes and such are handled by your legal team. What would that do to them? Would they quit? Would their work ethic change? I'd want to observe all of this. Pay rent for a year for everyone in an apartment complex. Walk into a university and tell them you're covering tuition for all students for the next 4 years, no negotiations. No criteria. Go out for dinner and tip every working employee $1 million. Stuff like that. Buy a WinRAR license. I'd have to quit my job. I'm a dentist and I really like my job. I have a colleague whose co-resident won the lottery. Financial advisors and lawyers advised her to quit because of the risk of patients suing to get a piece of that money. So, yeah, I'd have to quit. Buy the Epstein client list and post it online. Call into work rich. Go back to Haiti and try to make some positive changes in my town. I'll ask my cat what to do with it, she would know. 2 chicks at the same time. Sit on the couch and try to find something good on Netflix. Pay *CKU taxes. Buy up some of the abandoned buildings in my town and convert it to affordable rentals. I wouldn't have enough to fix my country, but I could do some. Fix my teeth. Buy a house with no direct neighbors in a quiet area. Silence. That's what I want. Get a degree, get a car, buy a house and finally get my much needed crooked teeth fixed. Then I'd save it. Quit my job, and tell them why I don't have to take their lack of respect anymore. Jerk off. Need that post-nut clarity. The first thing I'd do is pay all of my debts. Probably pay all of my soon-to-be ex-wife's debts too. Then my parents' debts, followed by my current but soon-to-be ex-in-law's debts. I'd tell my soon-to-be ex-wife to keep her money that she was planning on using to pay for the divorce and I'd cover those expenses too. I'd cover the cost of an attorney for her and get myself one as well, and make sure that I get a better one. Following that I'd go out and buy a brand new vehicle outright. So I can stop driving my junky 2005 Jeep Liberty. Then I'd go out and try to buy a house outright. Knowing that this would take some time to get attorneys and paperwork involved. I'd go look around at different places to window shop furniture for my soon-to-be place. Then I'd buy a plane ticket back to my home state to visit my parents. I'd take them out to a nice dinner and offer to buy them new vehicles and whatever furnishings they'd like. I'd really do my best to treat them well like they deserve. I'd go out to their landlord's house and pay above market value for the house my parents live in and I'd sign the house over to their names. So they can own their own house instead of renting it. Then I'd also buy a house up there too so I could have a place to stay when I'm up there visiting. If I have *CKU money then I'm going to be flying up there pretty regularly for visits. And it would be nice to have a house up there. I'd allow my brother to live there rent-free on the condition that he takes care of the house and property. I would pay for a consultation with someone smarter at investing than myself and invest my money in such a way that I'll have passive income for generations. Just in case something happens and I somehow lose my fuck you money. Then true vacation time. I'd ask my parents what their ideal dream vacation would be and then take them on it. Anywhere they want to go, doing anything they wanted to do. All expenses paid. I always thought it would be fun to buy my own television channel. Not just any channel, but a nice one that gets primetime viewers. Then, I would have all these various shows like couples buying houses, Victorian dramas, NASCAR, etc., and the majority of the show would proceed normally. Until zombies. There may be hints at various points of the show. But largely I want the show to really build up towards a resolution. Naturally, and then, each show of every day, zombies just entirely derail the story progression and it's just a new show at that point. Buy a few acres in the woods, build a house and guest house with a studio. Let younger bands record cheaply, pay great engineers, mixers, and producers to help them live their dream. Build an outdoor cool 200 or so seater amphitheater on site and let them put on shows. Film videos. Would be a dream come true for me. Bid years ago on an old Boy Scout camp to do it but was well outbid. Still a one day for me I hope. I would send a box of live spiders to the house of my r***pissed. Quit my job and become a full-time fishing guide. In order. Set up a college fund and a trust for my young niece and nephew. The latter being accessible to them on the condition that they graduate with a minimum of a bachelor's degree. Buy houses for my immediate family members only. Put in my 2 weeks and give every coworker $10,000, they're all good people. Take a 6-month vacation through Europe, Asia, and South America. Buy a semi-secluded cottage or bungalow 45 minutes away from a major US city and get a golden retriever puppy and an older rescue. Write a book. Call my boss, they've treated me well so I'd give them the standard 2 weeks notice. Maybe more if they're having trouble finding replacements, but after a month I'd be gone out the door one way or another. Then I'd sling some money to my direct family and make it well known that I remember everyone I've ever been friends with and I'm not giving a cent to lying parasites. I'd get myself a nice place in Queensland, Australia. Somewhere on the beach outside of Brisbane. Never work another day in my life, travel regularly, upgrade my PC with all the latest and greatest parts. Get another cat so my current one won't be lonely while I'm out, and I like kitty cats, and slowly devolve into another rich weirdo. Buy a Supreme Court justice. Buy Taco Bell without quilt, and live out my odd dream of making a homeless man's night. Lay the F***ck down and finally have the first stress-free sleep of my life since before starting kindergarten. There is a guy in the neighbor. Old grumpy man that for some reason hate dogs. Like I'm walking my dog on a leash on the other side of the street and scream stuff at me. He'll buy the unused land at the side of his house and make it a dog park for everyone. Something to do with helping homeless pets. Buy all the collection agencies in my area that buy debt for pennies on the dollar. And forgive it all. Buy all the property around Mar-a-Lago and put in low-income housing. Buy a big FCKU house on a lot of FCKU land in the middle of F***CKU nowhere. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you enjoyed. Keep the thread going in the comments section down below.